Mr. Jackson, my name is Jamie, and I'm going to be your clinician while you're on this floor, okay? So we're just going to do a normal mental health assessment. It's protocol of you being in mental health housing. Is that okay with you?
Means like I'm crazy, or what is that?
No, just
like,
mental health housing. I think you have
I have to do it, or
you have to if you want to stay on this floor. So it's either you stay in mental health housing or you can get D-class and go to GP. Have you ever been to GP?
No, what's that?
GP general population. So there's no social workers over there that follow up with you or anything.
Should I go there? What do you think?
It's completely up to you. If you want to stay in mental health housing, we have to take a mental health assessment. Just protocol of you being on this floor. But if you want to get D-class at GP, just let me know and I can D-class you. So tell me what you want to do.
All right. I guess
you want to take it?
I'll hear what you're going to say.
All right, awesome. So it's just a brief mental health history. I'm going to ask you a few questions, personal questions, where you lived prior to this, just to get a basic overview of how you're doing and how we can help you on this floor, okay?
All right.
All right, so anything you tell me will be confidential. It'll all just be between you and me. Obviously, if you talk loud enough, deputies will hear you, but
so
overall...
like this person right here,
yes.
Like,
yeah, so but overall...
Like not confidential, because like this fool's over here, I mean...
Right, overall, they're just really just making sure that you're safe and everybody on the floor is safe, but this
Are you like afraid I'm going to do something or something, or what?
I mean, they're there just in case, but this is going to be between you and me, okay? So whatever you need to tell me, you can talk lower so you don't want them to hear. They're really not even concerned with hearing what you have to say, just with whatever actions you make or movements. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So anything you tell me will be confidential, again, unless you tell me you want to harm yourself, you want to harm somebody else, or you're a threat to yourself, or you want to commit suicide, okay? Then I will have to report it. Other than that, I will stay between you and me. Cool?
Okay.
Awesome. So, date of birth, 5/10/89.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Do you have an address?
Yeah, in LA.
All right, what is it?
4683
Mm-hmm.
East Wilshire Boulevard.
And is this somewhere you can go back to once you get released?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay. Who were you living here with before?
Kind of like moving around, to different places.
Okay. All right. And then this was a friend's house, a mother, girlfriend?
Yeah, it's my homie's house.
Your homie's house. Okay. Awesome. And then do you know why you're here? Do you know what your charge is?
Yeah, I went off on the judge because she was being an asshole.
Okay. All right. And what happened?
Like, I wanted to see my girl and, like, say goodbye to her, and then, like, he wouldn't let me, and I promised her, like, I promised, because, like, I would never do that, like, just leave her, I want to, I always want to keep her in my life, and, I was pretty pissed off that, like, he wouldn't let me at least say goodbye or anything, like, kind of a dick move.
Okay, and then what'd you do?
And I yelled, and I went off on him, and I cussed at him, and, yeah, he didn't like that very much, so...
And then that's why you got arrested and you ended up here? Or was there...
No, there was another reason.
Oh, yeah? Do you want to talk about that?
Not really.
Okay. All right, we can move on. Any mental health history?
No. I just, I've had a rough life.
Okay. Rough life. Can you tell me a little more about that?
Just in the home, like, I grew up in... I mean, I don't really know you, so it's kind of hard to talk about, but...
No, that's okay.
Like, just, I was just, I want to, like, help my daughter and, be there for her because my dad wasn't there for me and he didn't treat me right, so I want to really, be a good father. And it's hard when you're in, you're
Absolutely.
here.
Absolutely.
The judge gets in your way. It's kind of, annoying.
So you felt like the judge got in the way of you being a good father? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, because I promised her I'd be there, Now I don't want to be like my dad. So it kind of pisses me off.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like, were you in court for another reason? Okay.
Yeah.
Was that any drug related charge or was that?
I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay. Is that something we could probably work on while you're in here though, just so we can get you back to your daughter?
Yeah.
Because I read over your chart just a little bit and it looks like you have some substance use history, right?
They told you that?
Well, it's in your chart that I have to review before you get to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
do you want to tell me
do
a
what
little
you
bit
have
about
to do,
that? Okay, so is that your means of income?
Sometimes,
Okay.
Like, whatever we say is going to be between us, right?
Right, absolutely.
So, like, this guy is not going to...
No.
Alright, cool. Then, I mean, yeah, you got to take care of your family, you got to provide for your girl. You do what you have to do. Making $8 an hour isn't gonna cut it.
Absolutely.
So
Okay. So, is this your girlfriend or is this a child?
my little girl,
Your little girl. Okay.
Yeah.
How old is she?
she's 4.
Nice. What's her name?
Esmeralda.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. There's a little laughter there. What? Did it bring
'Cause
back a
we-
memory or something? Or
Yeah, the mother of the baby. It was her name. So
okay. So you're not with her currently?
no,
Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
no, it just didn't work out.
Okay. So the daughter's living with you.
Well, she's living with the mom.
Okay.
And then I try to be there as much as I can.
Okay. Okay, so going back to your substance use, it says you were selling before, right? Is that why you ended up in jail before?
Mhm.
Okay. And then your current charge, that's a little bit different?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is just going off on the judge?
Yeah.
Right, okay. All right. Is there anything that you would want to work on while you're in here? To maybe
Just
not get you
seeing
back in here?
See my little girl.
Okay. So what can we do to help you see your little girl and that way you won't end up in here again?
I don't know. Maybe put in a good word and then I get to see her.
Well, what were you doing outside that landed you in here in the first place?
Well, I need to make money.
Okay.
So, it's hard going to school. Like, that's just not an option for me.
Right.
Who's going to support me while I go to school?
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, but it says you were selling, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? So you have some skills around selling. And right?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty good at selling.
Okay. So maybe trying to find you a job, something that has to be or related to selling things.
Like at the
Maybe
supermarket?
not. It could be at the supermarket. It could be anything else that you want to do because it looks like you have that skill. You were selling dope before, right? You're getting lots of money for it, right? 'Cause that's how you were
Yeah.
supporting your baby.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you're being responsible in supporting your baby, just not in a legal way.
I guess,
Does
yeah.
that make sense? But the skills are there. So maybe trying to work on and maybe coming up with ideas of what kind of jobs you could possibly get into when you get released. Because it looks like you're not going to be in here. You're just like here on a flash incarceration. It means you're here for 10 days.
Oh,
So
okay,
in those 10 days, what can we do to work on you not coming back here?
And
And
that'd
using
probably-
those
that'd be
skills
good,
that you
not coming
have.
back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that way you can see your daughter more and you
Mhm.
won't have to be in here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, take your daughter to work day is kind of hard right now,
mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I don't know, like, well, work at the grocery store, that's like what my homies think, like,
Mhm.
it's work, it's just not,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't go with,
Maybe there's other things you can do though, not just the grocery store. There has to be tons of other jobs out there.
like what?
I don't know. We'd have to research. We'd have to see what we can figure out. What I can do for you is I can pull up a list using the skills that you have, which is sales, and see what we can come up with. And I can bring that for you next week. And we can
Okay.
kind of just talk about each one of the
Like, I don't have a resume or anything.
of the jobs, right? So that's something we can work on. And what I can do is I can refer you to the resume planner that we have here, and they work on you. Have you ever attended group while you're in jail?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, so if you
Try to
attend
stay
group,
away from that. You don't
Group,
know who
they-
you're gonna run into,
right? But when you attend group, you get credit for the time that you're here. And
so like I
it
get out
looks
early
better.
or what?
Sometimes it could count towards that if the judge sees that you're, trying to do something to, get better or improve your quality of life or just trying to stay away from being in jail. So if you attend one of these groups, sometimes they will put that credit towards it. But in any case, I will refer you to the GR planner. Are you on SSI currently?
No.
Okay. Do you know how to get SSI?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm going to refer you to the SSI counselor. She's going to come and meet with
Don't
you.
you have to be old to get SSI?
Mm-mm. You
Oh.
don't. And that's what the SSI planner can give you more information on. I'm on an SSI planner or a GR, so I don't know much about that.
So you're gonna write everything up and
Yes, and I'm going to give her a referral. I'm going to email her, and I'm going to have you come see her, I believe, next week sometime. She can come and meet with you about that. And then I'm going to look for some maybe sales-related skills or any kind of job out there that you can
something
possibly
cool,
get when you get out of here
Yeah.
and see if that's something that you're willing to consider. now you have housing. We have to get you also set up with housing. Do you have anywhere to stay once you get out of here?
Just in my homie's place.
Just stay at your homie's place?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is housing something that you feel like you need help with? Because we need to
Yeah, but I
write a
don't have
discharge
money.
plan. Okay, so we can look for a place. You're what? You're 20
Mm-hmm.
or 21?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there?
20.
So we can look for a place for you to stay.
Like,
and-
they'll pay for it? Like, SSI or what?
We can check. Are you currently using any substances?
I'm in here, so not at this moment exactly.
But you were before you got
Yeah.
incarcerated? Okay. So we have sober living homes sometimes
Mm-hmm.
for youth, so we can check into all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring you these resources, and we can talk about that and set goals next session that I'm here, because I'm here next week to check up on you and see that you're staying safe in yourself. And then we can go over these resources and see if these are something you're willing to consider
Okay.
or something that you're...
Let's go.
She has to go now? Or
Yeah,
he has to go
she
now?
has to go.
When are we, what's the plan?
Okay, so I'm going to meet with you next week.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go over these resources with you, and we can chat a little bit more about how we can keep you out of jail. Okay?
Alright.
That's